Give you any determination on Jordan and some of the starters for Saturday?
Yes.
And that is?
Well, I mean, they're football players, so everybody's got to go into it expecting to play.
The reports that Hobbs has had some surgery, is that correct? And what's the timetable for him in terms of when they might
Yeah, I'm not going to put a timetable on it, but unfortunately he had to have something cleaned up, and we're hoping to get him back here sooner than later.
How happy were you to get Valentine back, considering he's started for you at times and can add?
Yeah, a guy that's got experience and knows our system, not only on defense but on defense, and so really excited to see him.
So is this something that has been bothering Nate for a while, or something happened in practice that aggravated it?
From what I know, I think it happened on just a play where there was a collision.
With Warren Brinson, with the opportunities that he's got in training camp, how have you seen him progress over these 2
He's
days?
doing a nice job, but like all young players, you got to continue to build on what you've done and continue to push, and I'm excited to see him in some live action.
Matt, what's the prognosis for Rasheed Walker?
I wouldn't anticipate anything too long term, so he's working back through it.
On Saturday night, you guys ran an RPO where Jordan goes backside to Dobbs on a slant. I think it was on a counter action. Obviously, it feels like they have that whenever they want it, the two of them, right? How important is it, or how difficult is it to get the young guys like Golden or somebody like Savion to get to that point where they read it and they know it exactly like Dobbs?
Well, it's just the technique that you have to be able to run the slant, and when it gets harder, the closer the corners get to the line of scrimmage in terms of, how you defeat the jam. So Rome's done a great job with that, but really any of those guys, we got confidence in it. It's just a lot of times what you're looking for is how fast is that second level flowing, and how aggressive are they up front in terms of the defensive ends, because the last thing you want to do is put your quarterback in a situation where he's got an unblocked defender barreling down right at him and he pulls it. And now Jordan's shown that he can do that, because he's done it in the past, even versus like pressure looks where I wouldn't necessarily advise to make that throw, but he's been able to do it.
Is Quay getting close to doing 11 on 11?
Yeah, he should be limited today. No.
What would it mean? What's it going to mean to get him back out there, to start building on his experience last year at that position?
Yeah, well, he is the quarterback of the defense. So anytime you're missing that piece, that's a big piece. Not that we don't feel like we have other guys capable of doing that. We certainly feel good about that, and I think those guys have done a nice job. But we know what type of player Quay is, and the level that he can play at. And I thought there was a stretch last season where he was playing some really good football. He was getting more comfortable within our scheme, what we were asking him to do, and he was playing at a high level. So it's been a while since he's played football, so he needs to get back ingrained into that. And obviously, the more reps he gets, the more comfortable I think he'll feel, and the better he'll play.
Matt, when you had your preseason opener last year, Jordan just had those couple of throws. He throws the 65-yard touchdown to Wicks, and then he's out. He's done. Would you kind of think for Saturday it's a similar type setup that maybe it's short and quick?
We'll see. However I'm feeling in the moment. I just told all these guys, just get ready to play football, and then whenever we're ready to pull you, we'll pull you.
Omar Brown's got the 5 picks. Obviously, that really jumps out. How's he been down in, down out, being in the right place and all that stuff?
I think he's done a great job. I really do. He's been really consistent, and he continues to maximize his opportunities. And when you do that, you get noticed, and then ultimately you get more ops. So he's another guy that, amongst many guys, that we're looking forward to see how he competes when we get into some of these games.
With Emmanuel and Marshawn hobbled, obviously Chris has done a lot of things versatility-wise, but if you had to lean on him as a kind of that number 2 back for a spell, what do you think you'd get out of him, just as a pure runner goes?
Yeah, I think he's really good. I think there's nothing he can't do. I mean, in terms of, obviously as a runner, but certainly in the passing game as well. He's a hell of a protector. He's got good hands out of the backfield. We've put him many times. You see him running those choice routes out of the backfield. So I think there's nothing he can't do.
Now, what has Lucas Van Ness done in his 3rd season to improve kind of his pass rush plan and be able to get to the quarterback a little bit better?
I think it all starts with the mentality of those guys, and just, you can't, I think Luke always wants to be perfect, and this is an imperfect game, and sometimes you just got to go. And I think he's starting to learn that, obviously. He was a young player when we drafted him, and he's getting more reps, and I think he's doing a really good job with that. So he's another guy that just looking forward to see how he progresses as the season goes along.
That's good.
All right, I'll see y'all.